Hello, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Glad to see you. Thank you for joining today. Super excited. We've got a fully packed show today. Thank you for joining in. Today, we are going to be joined by some different vloggers, some YouTube creators who are currently all around sort of around the world. We're going to talk about some of my favorite YouTube creators who cannot join us today, but they are in some pretty exotic locations. As well, we're going to be joined by Sea Journeys, who are one of my favorite vloggers. This couple lives in, y'all live in Florida? Yeah, they live in Florida. he's in backstage, if that makes any sense. So we're waiting to bring Chet and Robin on. And we've also got 𝐘𝐨𝐿 socials coming on, as well as Take Time to Travel. So we've got some pretty good heavy hitters joining us today. Just to give you an idea, and let me just preface all of this by saying, like you, I enjoy researching my trips and I enjoy checking out different vloggers. And some of these places are honestly places that I probably wouldn't go to. They're not even necessarily on my radar. But then I watch the videos and I think, well, maybe, like, what am I missing? Why isn't this place on my radar? So if you enjoy watching travel videos, especially now that we are still at the end of the writers' strike and the actors' strike. So yes, we're going to have some of our regular junky TV shows coming up, but in the meantime, there is some seriously good quality content out there on YouTube. And if you are planning a vacation, then what better use of your time than to explore a new destination, get your feet wet. Most of the creators that I've chosen to join us here today, like me, they enjoy their food, they enjoy beverages of the area. So I'm really excited to share that with you. I will say hi to Tom and Mike, who have just joined us backstage. Hi, guys. I can see that you're there. Thanks very much for joining us today. And we've got Chet. He's here today from Sea Travels. And we are also going to have Edel joining us from 𝐘𝐨𝐿, and she is in New York City. Folks, she lives in Times Square. Like, how cool is that? So I definitely have some questions for her about living in that area. And Tom and Mike from Take Time to Travel, they're actually joining us from Colombia today. They were actually in Vancouver. I saw some of their foodie videos, and I was actually thinking, hey, they've done this, top 10 places to eat. They tend to be a little bit more posh than I do. They go to the Michelin star places. I'm like, how about that hot dog place on the corner? But, we could, hook up still, find some places we like. And I was actually going to reach out to them and say, hey, guys, let's collab. Let's do a video together. You show me your favorite places to eat. I'll show you mine. Then they were in Colombia. So, that door, shut. But, maybe again next time. So we shall see. So today I want to share with you some of my favorite creators. And I've got some little snippets of their channels just to show you who they are, as well as their detailed information. So let's start off with the first one. And this is JJ Cruise. These guys, this is Jared and Jordan. They've got about 48,000 subscribers. They've done 472 videos. They do their videos on Wednesdays and Sundays of each week, as well as embarkation. One of the most endearing things for me with them was just at the end of COVID, when cruising just started up again, and they were doing a live embarkation from Miami. And I remember watching it, and I literally had tears in my eyes. It was like, yes, travel is back. This is so exciting. And they actually hung out for about an hour and talked about the embarkation. They stayed away from the crowds because, this was still, back in the nervous time. But on every cruise, they will take you to their embarkation party. And for those who don't know, embarkation is the kickoff. It's like your first day on the trip. The unique thing about a cruise versus all-inclusive, people are arriving anytime, same as a hotel. You go to Florida, you go to Miami, you go to Cancun, people arrive Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. With a cruise, everybody leaves on the Saturday, everybody leaves on the Sunday. So you're all in it together, and there's this great sense of camaraderie, great sense of party, and well, this is what they like to share with us on Embarkation Day, as well as bringing you lots of behind-the-scenes stuff in between. So here's a little snippet from JJ Cruise.
Will we recommend it? Is it worth it? We'll let you know by the end of this video.
Okay, so this is JJ Cruise. This is their contact information, oops, over here. So you can check out their channel. And like I said, they've got tons and tons of viewers. They do regular videos, and they also go live on Embarkation Day. They couldn't join us today because they are actually in the air, flying off to their next sunny destination. But maybe next time they can join us. So that's number one. And these are in no particular order. So if you're first, you're last, it doesn't mean anything. It's simply the way it goes. So number two, we have Adventures of a Traveling Dawn. This is a fellow I met through a Facebook YouTube group, and his name is Benjamin. He is a traveling YouTuber. He mostly does southern US destinations, and like I said, he enjoys pairing food and beverage experiences. He's done some really cool videos that caught my eye on, like Austin, Texas, and San Antonio, Texas, which I'll admit they're not in my top 10 destinations, or they weren't. They're not in my top 20. Top 30, I don't know. But after seeing his videos, yeah, I'm kind of curious. And he is actually, right now, he was in Greece. He can't join us today because he is traveling through Croatia into the Bosnian foothills. This is what we do, folks. We want to bring you the authentic travel experience. And I don't know how much more authentic it gets by being in the Bosnian foothills. But for now, here's a little clip from his latest video, which is dining at the oldest restaurant in Athens, Greece. Let's take a look.
The oldest restaurant here in Athens, Greece.
Okay, so just a quick little snippet, just to give you a little teaser of their information. And I will put all of the links to all the channels in the description below. I just want to state that in the past, you've been able to just put in Adventures of a Traveling Dawn, or JJ Cruise, or Sea Legs Travel, or Take Time to Travel. You've been able to just enter that into the search line in YouTube. This year they've changed it. Put that little @ symbol in front of it. So as you see up here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but oops, this way, right up there. Get that @ symbol in there, and then the channel will show up for you. So then you can check it out. But as I say, Adventures of a Traveling Dawn, he's got 2,200 subscribers. He's done almost 300 videos. He's just done some that are through Greece and checking out some really cool restaurants. And normally he does sort of an area, and he'll show you this place and this place and this place and this place, so you can get a good sense of different areas to go to for food and drinks. This time this latest video is just on that one particular restaurant. I mean, it's the oldest restaurant in Athens, Greece. I mean, pay due where respect is needed. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, so definitely check out his channel. And then thirdly, who cannot join us, hopefully they can join us in the chat, we will see, is Michael and Lindsay, and they are Canadian vloggers. They are based in Winnipeg, and they are actually ambassadors for the province of Manitoba. They've done some really cool videos on the Canadian Mint. If you didn't know, that's where all our money is printed, is in little Winnipeg, Manitoba. And their channel is He Goes, She Goes. Go ahead and throw their information up. And they are currently down in Puerto Vallarta. They're checking out some different areas. They work from there part of the year, and then the rest of the year they are up here in Canada. So let's check out a little clip of their video.
This is our fourth visit to 𝐘𝐸 over the past couple of weeks, and it has been delicious every single time. It's one of the many amazing places to eat and drink here in Versailles, Puerto Vallarta. Let's talk about a few more.
Clearly, Lindsay loves doing videos as much as I do. Actually, I really enjoy doing videos, but sometimes the ick factor is there. Hey, and they're here, Michael and Lindsay. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining in. Unfortunately, they aren't able to join us on camera unless that's changed. If it has, you guys have the link. Feel free to pop into the studio. But if not, they will be here and answering any questions that you have. They've done some really cool videos lately on what it's like to live in Puerto Vallarta and work remotely. So if that's something that you're remotely interested in, check out their videos. And they actually, what was ironic is I saw their videos a while back on Puerto Vallarta and recently went to Hawaii, watched a bunch of their videos on places to go for drinks like the Tiki Bar and some other places, and went through their footsteps and checked out all these different places. And it was really cool to have sort of seen it and experienced it already. So definitely check out their videos. And like I said, they're in Puerto Vallarta right now. They're in an area, or they were in an area called Versailles, and some really interesting stuff going on there. And yeah, hey, thanks for joining in. So welcome to the party. Okay, so without further ado, I am going to we'll do the little intro. Okay, so this is Chet and Robin. This is Sea Lake Journeys, and they do regular live broadcasts where it's just a good old Southern party. Folks, if you want to just sit and chit chat about travel, both of them, they're on about 3 times a week. I'm going to get Chet to explain a little bit further about that. And they've also done a ton of videos. Primarily, they're about cruising. They do a lot of really great videos about the ports so that you know ahead of time what to expect in terms of what the port looks like, how far things on. If you didn't know, Chet is actually an amputee. And so he does use a wheelchair sometimes, but he's also got a prosthetic leg that he uses, which has some distance limitations. So from that perspective, you get a really good sense of, what is realistic to walk to and what isn't. And also they're a lot of fun. So they love hooting it up and checking out the local ports. So here's a little clip from one of their videos that they did on a cooking class workshop in Cozumel, Mexico.
La cucaracha. You can only do that here in Mexico. What do you think of that?
La cucaracha.
He don't run anymore.
Okay.
The cucaracha. I stepped on him on the floor.
Okay, so I don't know if that's the actual words or not, but as you can tell, Chet is having some fun with that. And here's their contact information, and welcome to the stage. Here is Chet. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Christine, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Robin is still in a meeting over there because she works remotely from home. But I have Godzilla here to help me anyway. Ain't that right, Godzilla? Oh, we'll be right back after this. That's the kind of hijinks you can expect from Sea Lake Journeys. We love to talk about cruising, but we're going to make it fun.
Awesome. And you guys usually have quite a great turnout of people who are joining in and participating in the live broadcast. Lots of other YouTube channels, as well as just people who are joining in the fun. Chet, now you guys also have a group trip that you guys are taking. Do you still have space on that group?
Yes, and in fact, we only got about a week left to get that group rate. It's on the Norwegian Breakaway, leaving out of Miami. It's coming in May the 12th through the no, excuse me, May 19th through the 26th on the Norwegian Breakaway. So come on and join us. We got about a week left for you to get that great group rate and those special perks. Contact Bruce at ocean2ocean.com today.
So we will put a link to that in the description below if you are interested in joining Sea Legs and all their fun partners. How many people have you got going so far on this group?
Oh, not a whole lot, really. I want to say it's like less than 20, like 18, maybe something like that. So it's not a whole lot, but I think that's because more people tend to do the Carnival group cruises, and it's our first one, and we're doing it on Norwegian. I don't know why. Godzilla talked me into it.
You know what? I think that is actually the perfect group size. I've not only organized a bunch of groups before, but I've participated in them. I've led those groups, and under 10 people is okay, but it's not a whole lot. Under 20 is manageable, but it's also really good for mingling because there's enough different people that if you're kind of like, oh, I don't know if I really want to talk to that person, then there's lots of other people. Look, this happens. It does, right?
I'm usually that person.
We don't always enjoy the people we travel with. Sometimes it takes a little bit to break the ice and to find out, what you guys have in common. So I think 20 is a really solid group. 50 to 100 is like,
yeah,
that's just too many.
That would have been too many for sure.
Yeah, no, so that sounds like a lot of fun. So tell me, Chet, how often do you guys, what's your live schedule? How often do you post?
Every Wednesday and Friday, we're on at 8:30 a.m. So come on and join us. Sunday night at 6 p.m. These are all Eastern Standard Times, by the way. Come on and join us for an hour on that show with me and Robin. She'll be here, not this guy. And we also like to do live shows like JJ Cruise from the ship. We'll do them from the ship and also from the ports we're at sometimes. And we just love to do live shows. They're so exciting.
Cool. And now what else have you guys got? I know you guys live in Florida, so you're very close to all the cruise ship ports.
Yes.
I know you guys did a bucket full of cruises last year. What have you got on the radar for this year, aside from that group trip?
Well, this year we're starting off May 12th through the 19th. We're going to be on the MSC Seashore in the Yacht Club. If you're not familiar with that, you're going to want to check it out. We did it last year or year before last on the seaside. Fantastic. Ooh. And then we got the group cruise, of course. And then in October, we're going to be flying to LA and doing the Mexican Riviera, going to Puerto Vallarta, by the way. So maybe we'll run into your friends down there. Who knows? And after that, we are going in December on that brand new Sun Princess.
Ooh, nice.
That's going to be a fun one, too. They're all going to be fun.
What's your destination for the Sun Princess?
No idea. It's in the Caribbean. I don't even know. I'm so excited about it. I'm like, let's just book it.
All right. So it just doesn't matter. And that is a fair point. I think that, as much as sometimes we say, certain destinations, it doesn't really matter where you stay because the destination makes it. It's similar with cruising where, with certain cruises, the actual ship is what makes it the most fun. And it's not necessarily where you're going. Because a lot of the cruises, especially if it's Caribbean, it's like you're going to Puerto Rico, you're going to probably stop in Mexico somewhere, you're going to stop in St. Thomas, that sort of stuff. So it's more about the ship in that situation. And Tammy's here. She says the new Sun Princess ship looks amazing. Oh, that's the one you were messaging me about the other day. She's like, I just found out about this ship. We have to go.
Going in December of this year. So come on and join us.
Awesome. That sounds great. Cool. Well, thanks very much for joining in with us today. And folks, if you guys have any questions, like I said, Robin and Chet, they do a lot of cruising, and also they can talk to you from an accessibility perspective. If you want to know about what some of the ports are like, look, we know Mexico, it's the sidewalks. They might call them accessible, but when the grade is like this and the downhill is like that, and little missing bits of sidewalk here and there. Sometimes
we ran into that in Puerto Rico. It had a ramp on one side of the sidewalk, but when you got to the other end, there was no ramp. It was like this high, and we show it on video because a picture's worth 1,000 words. and show you. You got to go down this. So if you're an electric scooter or a wheelchair, it's going to be a problem. When you get down there, it was red blocks, cinder blocks for the road, and they were just all over the place. I was like, we're going to retreat. But yeah, we like showing things like that, showing you where there's staircases and no elevator available. Does the staircase have a handrail? Things you might need to know. Where the nearest bench is to sit down. We want to show you all those great things and some other helpful cruise tips along the way as well.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks very much for joining us. And I know you guys are going to stay on. So if anyone's got any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments below. We do have comments going on both the Facebook and on YouTube. So I will post those up here. And I have also changed the video in the past. It wasn't showing or reflecting the questions in the comments afterwards. But today, I think we have secured it so that it will show you the live conversation after the fact. So you can definitely check that out. There you go. Saying hi to everybody. Okay, so we were supposed to be going to Edel from 𝐘𝐨𝐿 socials, but she is not here. So thumbs up, thumbs down. Tom and Mike, you guys ready to jump in that place, in that segment? Looks like we got a thumbs up. Okay, so 𝐶-legs, Chet, I'm gonna bump you out for now. Thank you for joining. Okay, and I am going to bring in Tom and Mike, but first let me show you a little intro for their channel. And this is one of the videos. I've watched this 2 or 3 times now. Like I said, they enjoy their food. Guys, I don't know how you consume this much food when you eat, but my husband does point out that when we watched your videos, that you always have a to-go bag. But here's a little clip from their latest, one of their latest videos. This was one of the ones where they did the best. It was the best 15 restaurants in Vancouver. So let's have a quick look.
Time to travel. Vancouver is a foodie's paradise with so many incredibly delicious food options all over the city. Today, we're going to take you on a Vancouver food tour to show you.
All right, so that's just a little snippet so you can get their sense of them. And here's their contact info. And I am, like I said, going to post their info below. So do not feel that you have to rush to scramble and write this down. However, if you're watching this later on, you, of course, can pause so that you can go into their Facebook group, a Facebook page, and also to see their Instagram and see their information there. So without further ado, welcome to Tom and Mike. Welcome, welcome. Hi, guys. Oh, unmute Mike. Your mic is muted at the moment.
Oh,
there you are.
Is that better now? Yes. Hello. Hi, Christine.
Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing great. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you. Are you guys still in Colombia right now?
We sure are. And it's about 33 Celsius and mainly sunny today.
Oh. It's not that here.
Well, we've been here for about 6 weeks now, and it's been the same every day. It's starting to get boring.
Yeah, well, I could tell your demeanor is like, yeah, you know, it's another warm, sunny day. Like,
just another day.
It's what we're used to. Here it's like, well, it might snow. We might have to shovel the driveway.
Yeah, well, we're used to that. But anyway, we're happy to be away from it this year.
Awesome. And, and Robin's saying, hi, Tom and Mike.
Hi, Robin. Hi, Robin.
Now, tell me a little bit about your history with respect to where you've been and where you've traveled, because I know you guys are not exclusive to sun destinations. You kind of hit all the marks.
Well, we started, I guess, about 3.5 years ago, decided to get rid of everything. So we sold everything or gave it away and decided to travel then. And it was during COVID. So it was in one of those breaks when we thought it was all over. And off we headed, but then we kind of got locked down in a couple of little places here and there. We started off in Victoria and figured it was the warmest place in Canada. So we went to Victoria and stayed there for 6 months and just have kept traveling since then. We like to be away if we can, far away in the winter time to avoid the Canadian winters. We're both from the Toronto area, so try and get away from that. So yeah, and we've traveled around. I'm not sure how many countries. Do you know how many?
I have lost count. But we've gone to places like Bangkok and Vietnam. We've done Lisbon, Paris, Venice,
Puerto
Vallarta as well. We've been there. I'm sure there's others.
So we're usually slow travelers. So we did spend 6 months in Vancouver, and I can see why you might be fooled, because usually we have a fair bit of content already filmed, but it takes us a while to get it all edited and put out there. So we still have, I think, one more Vancouver video to do.
Yeah.
And we've been here for 6 weeks. So we have kind of put out a couple of Cartagena videos in the meantime because we had sponsors and we had to get them out. But other than that, we are usually running behind like at least a month, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, the editing is the killer, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, very time consuming.
It is.
Well, and especially like when you guys are doing your food videos, I mean, like in that one where you did the top 15, so that's 15 restaurants. I want to say approximately 45 courses of food, maybe more, and probably somewhere in the realm of 3 to 5 million calories in total.
Yes,
it feels like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, we do walk a lot. So we usually try and walk at least 10 or 15 kilometers a day. A lot of days it's even more than that. So we're always trying to burn off those calories too. And you are right. We do take doggy bags home with us quite often.
Nice. Now, how are you finding the food down in Cartagena?
It's good. You know, we haven't eaten out in restaurants that much yet. Like, we are here for 3 months, so we usually do slow travel. So we have an apartment, has a full kitchen. Usually after we've left the previous location, we've usually have a bunch of restaurants that we're trying to get caught up on before we leave. So by the time we get to a new location, it's like, okay, we just want some regular food at home for a while. So we have been doing that, but we've hit a couple of restaurants, I guess, and it's been really good so far.
Cool. And I know I like that you guys also will, like in Vancouver, you did a walkthrough of your, was it a Verbo or an Airbnb that you had?
Yeah, an Airbnb.
Yeah, it was a beautiful condo with like spectacular views. And at the end of your trip, you will do that walkthrough so people can see to see where you were staying, which I was quite impressed. And I was like, why are they showing us all the detail of where they're at? And then it's like, oh, and then the bucket, just the bomb dropped. Just like, oh, because we're going to Colombia. I'm like, yeah, I missed my chance.
Yeah, we're gone. So we're here. I guess in about a week, we're going from Cartagena. We're going to go to Medellin, and we're going to only spend a few days there. But we're meeting a friend of ours who also travels quite a bit. He's in Bogota right now. He will be in Medellin for a couple of weeks. So we'll go there, meet up with him, and have a few meals there, of course, and then come back here for, I guess, another 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Then we're going to Toronto for about a week, and we'll get to see family and friends again quickly. And then we're going to Athens, Greece for 3 months.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, now that I've posted that other video, you can check out Ben's videos on Athens, Greece. And
I've already been watching some.
Have you? Awesome. Oh, and it looks like Alpine Gulch is here. Caught your live and getting a new chance. Oh, awesome. Cool. So everybody's watching in. Yeah, that's great. So so you've got Greece on the horizon for this year. Anything else for 2024, or is it still kind of a work in progress or a secret?
I think that's pretty much. We'll probably go back to Toronto after we're done in. I think the end of May we'll be done in Greece, and then we'll go back to Toronto for 6 months approximately. We have to stay in Canada for 6 months, and then after that we're thinking. Probably Asia for the winter would be ideal. We've had the Philippines and Kuala Lumpur on our list for a while, so hopefully this will be the year that we'll get to go there.
Hopefully prices will come down a little bit on airfare too for going there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're starting to see for sun destinations that the prices are coming down. So hopefully for some of those other international destinations, we'll start to see that as well. Now, you guys mentioned about having to live back in Canada for 6 months in order to retain your not so much residency, but your medical benefits and stuff like that. Have you guys? I haven't been through all of your videos. Have you done a video talking specifically about that, what it's like to be a Canadian nomad and what some of the rules and restrictions are? Or is that something that you might consider doing in the future?
We've never really done a video about it. I'm not sure if we would or not.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's just, it's one of those things. It's kind of, it can be a bit of a pain, and depending on what province you're from and that, it can be a bit of a journey. So we have had issues in the past. We've kind of got them ironed out, and now we'll just keep smooth sailing, hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a sexy topic, is it?
Not really. And you got to, of course, you know, it's going to be a limited audience for sure. So
yeah, definitely. Definitely. Do I have the link? Yes. So Alpine, I'm going to post the link for all of the channels that we're meeting with today, as well as those who couldn't join us today for other reasons. I did get a message from Edel from 𝐘𝐨𝐿, and unfortunately she had a work emergency, so she's not able to join us. But I will post the link to all the different YouTube channels, as well as their other socials. I know you guys are, what was it on, oops, they're up here. So you guys are on Facebook and Instagram as well. And I mean, I personally, I try to do all the other Instagram and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I just end up focusing on YouTube because it's just, that's my jam.
We're the same too. We just started our Instagram channel just like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago or something. So it's pretty new.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Now, do you guys try to post on, I know you guys said you've got a bit of a backlog of videos as well, but do you try to post on sort of a weekly basis?
Yeah, we normally try to post like once a week on Saturday or Sunday. Although in December, I guess we posted twice a week, but that was just too much for us. I don't know how the other channels post 2 or 3 times a week. We couldn't do that for a long period of time.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's tough for sure, especially if you're putting out quality content. And like I said, I mean, if you're like the 4 or 5 food videos that you did in Vancouver alone, that's a lot of food.
Yeah.
I mean, like unless like walking 10 or 15 kilometers a day, or approximately, what would that be, about 8 to 12 miles, you know, that's good. But look, there's only so much walking you can do with that quantity of food before it's be a losing sort of ratio.
Some of those things, though, like when we have a take-home bag, quite often that'll do us lunch the next day, and maybe even Mike will have the rest for dinner or something like that. So we usually do get, you know, 2 or 3 meals out of it quite often. Nice. So that works out well. Oh, good. And then now tell me, out of all the places that you've been, is there any particular place that's just got a kind of just a nice, and this might be a different answer for each of you, but out of all the places that you've been, is there one place that you would love to go back to and maybe spend a month or 2 and maybe not even be doing the YouTube thing, but just chilling and relaxing and enjoying that place? Tom, what about you first?
You can go first.
Okay, I'll go first. So I love Paris. Oh my God, Paris is just spectacular, and I would be happy to live there. I couldn't afford to live there, but I would be happy to live there, and probably gain even more weight with the croissants and pain au chocolat. But anyway, yeah, I love Paris. Just beautiful. What a city.
Sounds good. How about you, Mike?
For me, I really loved Singapore. But again, it's such a crazy expensive city. We couldn't afford to live there. But it was so beautiful. The food was super cheap and delicious. Like you could go for like Michelin recommended stuff for like $3 each. It's like insanely tasty. You got like the Chinese flavors, the Indian flavors, and they speak English there too quite often. So I just loved it.
Cool.
It's like
Very
Tom always says it's like Disney World for adults.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, Chet, I'm going to actually bring you back on because I want to ask you this question as well. So if you're ready. 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right. Yeah, surprise, you're on camera. Okay, so my question to you, out of all the places you've been, as well as all of the cruise ports you've been to, is there any one place that you would just love to just hang out at for a week or two and just chill and relax?
I'd like to spend more time in Alaska.
Oh,
So much to do there. You know, we got to do the dog sledding on the glacier and the helicopter and all the other fun stuff, but there's still so much more to do. I could spend another week there. No problem.
nice. Awesome. Good answer. Good answer. Well, that sounds like fun. Okay, well, that sounds great. I think, I'm going to pop you. Okay, I'm going to pop you out. Thanks, guys, for joining me today. And I'm gonna pop you into the background. So you're still gonna be here, but just off the screen. So thank you.
Well, thanks for having us,
Christine.
And I am gonna show you a little clip from Edel. So here we are. This is Edel from New York City, from Times Square.
Hello guys, my name is Edel from 𝐘𝐨𝐿. I am from New York City.
All right, so that's just a quick clip from her. And here is her Instagram as well. So of course she's on YouTube and on YouTube and on Instagram. And what's interesting is 𝐘𝐨𝐿, Edel actually, how I met her virtually is I had done a video on the Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun. Y'all know I love my Hyatts. And I had actually was there. I had done a video of that property, and she was there shortly after me, and she actually referenced me in her video. And then she went and did a video, and she showcased the lobby and the hotel, and she did a room video. And if I'm honest, I'm going to say I thought she did a way better job of her video than I did. So that was a learning. My husband's always like, you go too fast. And it's true, I do. But I want to show you the detail of the room. And I don't necessarily, I've seen it before. So I just kind of whizzed my way through. But she did a really good job of slowly going through and actually explaining what you were looking at. So definitely check out her channel. She, at the moment, she has been doing a lot more. She does some all-inclusive resorts in Mexico and those areas, as well as Dominican Republic. And she's also done a lot of city hotels, specifically airport layover hotels. So, for example, the one that we just looked at, that was the Hyatt Regency at JFK Airport, Resort World, New York City. It looks like a beautiful hotel, and it just gives you a chance to see what some of these airport hotels look like, so you can see if that pretty dollar point that you're spending is worth it. So definitely check out her channel as well. I will put the link below. And if you guys have questions, I mean, look, I didn't realize at first that she lived in New York in Times Square, but immediately that gives me some questions. Tom and Mike being in Colombia, certainly if I was ever going to do a Panama Canal cruise and maybe extend and hit Colombia and Cartagena, what do I know about Cartagena? I know that's where they filmed Romancing the Stone, or at least that's what we were supposed to think we were watching. I don't know if you guys have found any big emeralds while you're down there, or any crocodiles, but or alligators, but that's all I know about Colombia. But now that these guys are down there, I'm learning a little bit more about that. Again, Sea Lake Journeys, great information about the ports, about the different cruise ships that you can check out. And like Chet said, you know, they've got a bunch of cruises coming up this year on different cruise ships, including that brand new Sun Princess, which looks pretty cool. What was Tammy saying to me the other day? Something about they have cabins that have access to your own private pool. To me, I think similar to an all-inclusive resort where you've got your own swim-up suite, time will tell. I'm curious to hear more about this. Chet, if you haven't already upgraded, that is my ask of you. I want to see you in one of those swim up suites. I want to see some videos. If you can't get in there, sneak in there. Maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, but we've got a whole lot of information here, a lot of knowledge, as well as JJ Cruz, Lindsay and Michael from He Goes She Goes, Ben from Adventures of a Traveling Dawn. So these are some really cool channels to check out. Next time you're sitting down to eat your dinner, if you're watching the TV while you're eating your meal, take one night a week and check out some of these channels. There's some really great information, really informative travel advice, as well as just genuine instant stuff that you can jot down in your to-do list if you're going to these destinations, that you can say, okay, tomorrow let's go and do what Tom and Mike did. They went to this restaurant and this restaurant. Okay, great. And for those of you who are like Chet and you want to come up and do the Alaska cruises, if you're doing it from Vancouver, do not make the mistake of flying in the day before and then flying home at the end of the cruise. It is the biggest travesty you could absolutely have. Vancouver is okay. I got a little sea pride going on, but come on, like, we're the nicest location in Canada. We've had 2 days of snow. Yesterday it snowed. It was gone by like 3 in the afternoon. Yes, that meant total gridlock on the roads because we don't do snow. We do snow as well as LA does rain. Okay. We don't do snow, and I can see Tom and Mike laughing. Yeah, you know what it's all about. Yeah. We don't do cold weather. It's not like the rest of Canada. Everywhere east, pretty much, of Vancouver, yes, they're used to that kind of weather. We are not. So you get the best of both worlds. Whether you're here in the winter, whether you're here in the summer, and of course, the Alaska cruises start in April and they go through until they're kind of wrapping up by the end of September. Early October is usually when they're repositioning back down to the southern ports, down to LA, San Diego, San Francisco, usually doing the Panama Canal or doing the Mexican Riviera, that kind of thing, or doing a transatlantic and doing something really funky. But during those summer months, literally, you can go up to Whistler, you can do cycling trails, you can go across to Victoria, to not Victoria Island, but Vancouver Island. And this is where our capital city is in British Columbia. You can see the Parliament buildings, tons and tons of history, lots of haunted hotels in that area, as well as a few downtown. I'm not going to mention them. If you would like me to do a video or a little comment about that, I can tell you which ones they are. Just going to say, I'll give you a little teaser. Fairmont is one of them, and there are multiple Fairmonts. I'm not going to disclose which one it was, but stay tuned and we could do another video about that. They freely admit that this one particular property is haunted. So that's all I'm going to say. But anyways, lots to see and do here. You could go paddleboarding and swimming in the ocean during the day. You can go skiing in the afternoon, hiking. And if you're not one of those like outdoorsy people, we have good malls too, good shopping. And if you're American, hello, with the exchange rate, it's like 30% off right now once you factor in how much the Canadian dollar is worth compared to the US dollar. So come on down, we got a sale on just for you. So come and spend your money, definitely. And yeah, but definitely spend more than a couple of nights here. There's some great hop-on, hop-off tours that you can take in Vancouver that really show you the history of the area and some of the beautiful things that we have to offer. I've done a video where I gorged myself over 2 days, eating a third of what Tom and Mike ate on any of their food videos. I didn't take all of mine home, unfortunately. I was a bad girl. I didn't do the doggy bag thing. I kind of threw some of it away. I apologize. I'm a bad human. They at least took theirs home and ate it the next day. Like I said, mine was more like Korean deep fried rice hot dog. I was going to say burgers, but they're rice hot dogs. But they're so delicious. My mouth is watering right now. whereas they tend to go for more like the Michelin star restaurants, and those are definitely something to check out as well. So whether you're looking for cheap and cheerful, or you want elevated Michelin star luxury and Peking duck, that kind of thing, we've got it between my channel and their channel. We got it covered. And then, yeah, we've got all these destinations for you to check out. So lots and lots of different content for you to check out. So while you're waiting for your favorite regular TV shows to come back, like FBI or CSI Seattle or Bellingham or New York or Tacoma, I don't know, there's about 58 of them. There's lots of content for you to enjoy on YouTube. Why not show up for the cruise the day before? Well, you definitely want to show up the day before as opposed to the day of, because hello, I mean, look at the latest grounding of the MAX 9 planes. Like, this stuff can happen at any time. So you don't want to travel the same day, because then you really are risking your cruise. But you want to go at least, I would say, 2 days beforehand, so that you have a full opportunity to explore the area. Don't just fly in and fly out. Like, there's no point in that. With a cruise, yes, you're going to spend 5 hours in Juneau, maybe 6 hours in 𝐘𝐨𝐿, beautiful city, beautiful. Maybe 7 hours in Saint Martin in the Caribbean. You're getting a flavor, you're getting a taster, you're getting a sampler plate of these places. But it's a really good opportunity to find out where you want to come back to. With Vancouver, you're flying in anyways, you're going to bunk into a hotel. So, you know, definitely come a couple of days early, couple of nights early, and, you know, check out the area. I'm going to do a video. I'm surprised that you guys take time to travel. I'm surprised that you guys didn't do this, but you were probably too busy eating. Just kidding. But I'm going to do a video on some of the different hotels that you can stay at downtown Vancouver, from cheap and cheerful. And by cheap and cheerful, I mean like the Holiday Inn Sandman. You're still talking like $300 a night. But not if you're American, because the exchange rate. But I am going to look at some of those, as well as, you know, the Westin Bay Shores, the Hyatt Regency, the Fairmonts. Fairmonts are beautiful. So there's all kinds of different ranges for what you're looking for. So we're going to take a look at some different hotels for you to stay in when you're downtown Vancouver, as well as some different things to do. Yeah, definitely don't just fly in. Whether you're coming to Vancouver or whether you're going to, you know, San Francisco, San Diego, beautiful city, LA, you name it. Take time to travel. There you go. Take time to travel, check out these places, and, you know, get a sense of what the place is like. Yeah, the Westin Bay Shore, beautiful, beautiful hotel right at the edge of Stanley Park, which is actually the largest natural rainforest in North America, bigger than Central Park in New York City. Bet you didn't know that. And the Westin Bay Shore, I love it. You walk into the lobby and it's got that sort of perfumed smell that just, it smells like an expensive hotel. I like it. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me today here, everybody. And a walk from there to the cruise port. That's a bit of a hike, but it is definitely doable. And it's a very, very pretty walk. You can walk past all the majestic luxury yachts, as well as some of the millionaire properties. Yeah, property's not cheap here in Vancouver, and you can see some of the multi-million-dollar condos, as well as some of the multi-million-dollar yachts. I think Bill Gates' business partner used to have a really big yacht downtown that had a helicopter, used to land on top of it, and, you know, just a little putt-putt kind of boat. But definitely come and check it out. Check out Vancouver, check out our videos, check out these channels. They're absolutely amazing. What these folks are putting together is absolutely brilliant, and I think you're going to love it. So I will put the information and the links down below. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Thank you to Chet for joining. I'm going to pop you on just to say hello again. And also, Tom and Mike, you're back. If you want to pop up.
Thanks, everybody. Hey, remember, Sea Lake Journeys, we are like that haunted house over there in one of them big theme parks. we have room for one more subscriber. So come on, be that one more.
Awesome. And Tom and Mike, you guys are still muted if you want to say anything.
Just want to say about Vancouver, it's probably our favorite Canadian city so far. So we love staying there. So listen to Christine, spend some time in Vancouver. It's worth it.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Thank you to Tom and Mike. Thank you to Chet for joining us today. Links will be down below. Check out their channels. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out their other links and watch some of their videos. And you know the drill, right? If you enjoy it, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.